Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm making this video post because I know people don't ask for it, but I got to make it anyway. Because the more I look at these talking heads, especially these black men on these national sports talk shows, it's infuriating and it's frustrating, man, and it has to be addressed. Now, everybody know. I mean, everybody don't know, but I'm from Memphis. Played football here. Been in the media for a long time since '98. Started as a production assistant, $7 an hour, 20 hours a week. I had gotten married. I had a child support payment I had to make from based, off of what I was making when I was playing football. But I came back to Memphis broke from the NFL to the CFL. Came back to Memphis broke. My first TV job was $7 an hour, 20 hours a week. Worked my ass off. Used to leave that job, go to FedEx for a couple of hours. But that's how I got my foot started in television. So I've worked my way up to what people see now. Sports director, being blessed, be the sports director for a TV station here. But I've gotten this way by working hard because we have to outwork everybody else. As black men, as black people, we have to work. It ain't 10 times harder. It's 100 times harder. And a lot of times, we gonna be underpaid. It is what it is, man. I don't cry about that. I never have. Now, to see now everybody know I started the Doc Holliday show basically to uplift black men and uplift black people. I call us magically melanated because I don't like the term black, but I started that to uplift us because a lot of times we're not gonna get that in national media. You're not gonna get this strong unit together and they showing consistently strong positive images of black men and black women. But black men take a shot. We do. So that's why I started that. And of course, it's my guy Cass and Gowan came together to start that, but that ain't the point of this post. The point of the post is us trying to make it in TV media. And I have a lot of people say, Doc, why you ain't on ESPN, bro? You great, you good, you great at what you do. Why you ain't on one of them national TV platforms? Now I have applied plenty of times over the years, but that's not where the Most High wants me right now, because I know God controls everything. But I also tell you this. I'm not the one that's going to try to propel myself by stepping on the heads and demeaning and degrading other black people, other black men. I'm not gonna do it. I've never been that person. And I say when I was working at ABC 24, I was sports director for 5 years, 6 years, but I was initially told I was gonna be sports director in 2012. When I started working there as a news reporter just to get my foot in the door. But then the news director at the time, a non-black person came in and said, nope, we're going to hire somebody else, Doc. This is what you're going to do. And if you're mad about it, F you. But guess what I did? Didn't get no write-ups. I always had stellar performance reviews. But the problem they had with me is that I was never going to say anything negative about us. When things were said around the newsroom that I knew that they were racist, I would address it. You can't call me a boy. I'm a grown man. You can't call other black. It was a point where I was in there getting ready to interview a grown black man and his son, who was a great basketball player. And one of my white coworkers came in there and said, "Now you boys have fun and which was younger than me." So I addressed that. First of all, we're not boys. We're grown men. You point your finger. No, don't point your finger. No, don't do that. I demanded respect, and I demanded that other black people in the workplace got respected. So that's why they had a problem with me. But guess what? When it was time to do work, I did work, and I did exceptional work. I used to go to work at 9 a.m., y'all, and used to get off of that joint about 11:30. People in Memphis, y'all know I did all those shows. I used to do about 10 and a half minutes of sports every day. 6 minutes on Channel 30, 2 minutes at 6 o'clock, 2:30 at 10 o'clock. When everybody else, every other sports person in Memphis was probably doing 4 minutes. But I was doing 10 and a half. That was every day. And I was getting paid about $50,000 or $60,000 less than everybody else. And my performance reviews were excellent. But guess what? I had to leave because they didn't want to give me no raise. You know why? Because I was the strong brother. Like, I'm not taking no disrespect. You're not going to do it. It's not going to happen. If something is racist and I feel like it's racist, I'm going to call it out. But that's probably the reason. That's why you haven't seen me on those big platforms. but it's all about where God wants me. But I say that's because what Stephen A. Smith and what Charles Barkley and some of those dudes say on those, man, that stuff is destructive. It's not entertaining. They get paid to tear down black men, athletes on TV. Say what you want to say, and my post on my page is not to argue. It's my page. If you don't agree with it, fine. That's cool. You don't have to, but I'm telling you what it is. Charles Barkley said he would work for the Ku Klux Klan if they paid him enough. He's able to get away with that and get jobs on TV, and people call him entertaining. It's funny because you know what? They don't value the lives of black people. They definitely don't value the lives of black men. So another black man saying it is cool. But guarantee if Charles Barkley would have said he would work for Hitler, he would have worked for Hitler. If Hitler would have paid him enough, there's no way his ass would still be on TV and celebrated. He's funny. He's entertaining. The things that Stephen A. Smith has consistently said, he's against those black athletes making money. He constantly talks about the money that they're making when it's not his money. He speaks for the owners. See, that's how they get up there. That's how they get their information. They get their information from the owners. So then they push that information out on national television so they can keep getting information. That's why he's so mad at Ben Simmons and Kyrie Irving. That's why they talk about Kyrie so badly. It ain't the fact that Kyrie is not the only NBA player and professional athlete that didn't get the vaccine. But he's the most high-profile one. He's the one with the most influence, so that's the one that they cut at his head. Dude called Kyrie Irving selfish, and if you go through Kyrie Irving, I don't know Kyrie, so I ain't trying to speak up for him, but I'm speaking facts. But if you go through, Google him. Dude is giving money to Kenya, Palestine. He's done all these other things, but he's selfish because a basketball sport, because he won't entertain them and you. That's how you make it up there. I mean, fact of the matter, that's why you see them. The things Kendrick Perkins says. The things Shaq says. That's my frat brother. And Shaq is a funny dude. But Shaq says a lot of foul stuff, man. Said Ben Simmons punked out. Man, they call him weak. Stephen Smith says Ben Simmons is the weakest, most disgusting athlete he's ever seen. And think about all the racist things a lot of these athletes have said over the years, man. But he's calling them that because he put on fancy clothes and he's not playing and he getting paid. And that bothers Stephen A. Smith. Like that's his money. It ain't his money. But the owners get him to talk. And Stephen A. Smith can sit there and talk about he getting paid all this money. He is, but they got his ass working in every show that they have. Early in the morning to late at night. But it ain't cool, man. It ain't cool. I don't have a big platform like them to go, but I'm going to use this. And people don't have to agree with me, but everything that I'm doing, this and what I do on the spiritual side, as far as the word of the Most High, I'm doing it as an assignment from God. You ain't got to believe me. I don't have to explain to you my relationship with him, how he's changed me and given me knowledge and wisdom and understanding. I don't have to explain that to anybody, but I'm going to obey him. And he put on my spirit to go at these Cooney Tunes media personalities because that's what they are, man. Shannon Sharpe is a smart dude, but what does he do? Instead of portraying the role as a smart black man, what he gets on TV with Black and Miles and Hennessy with Club Shay Shay. Charles Barkley, who talked like this, he'll work for the Ku Klux Klan. He said the only black people you'll see in Alabama's governor's house is they cleaning up. But he gets away with these things. Why? Because he's speaking down on black men. And that's the honest truth. They don't have to do it because they get the black men to do it. And they happily do it because they're going to get paid. Some fights are yours, some fights are not yours. I don't think Ben Simmons or Kyrie Irving has never done anything personally to Stephen A. Smith or Reggie Miller or any of these other dudes. Why are they attacking them then? Why? Oh, because that's the agenda. Ben Simmons getting paid. He ain't playing. He say he hurt. Okay. They could cut him at any time, especially NFL players. They can cut him. They even debated that NFL players have too much power now. Why? Because they're making them pay them what they worth when they would cut them. If they felt like they weren't worth what they was paying them, they would easily cut them. So now the NFL players like, no, man, pay us what we worth, and we ain't playing and we ain't coming. So they got them talking about the NFL. Do they have too much power? How? We ain't supposed to have no power as black men, black guys. We not. And sisters, I know what y'all go through, but this is about us right now. Now, do we need to take accountability for some things? Of course. But you got to look at the agenda now. They use us against us on national TV. And if you one of us that's against us on national TV, your ass going to be all on national TV. Because they don't have to say anything about it. They get us to do it. Just listen to what Stephen A. Smith said when y'all tune in and y'all. Skip Bayless said some foul things, but he knows how far to go. He just tosses it up, and Shannon Sharp dunks it. Like Ernie Johnson on Inside the NBA. Them dudes say some foul things. Charles Barkley ain't the only one. Kenny Smith used to be the level-headed one. Now he gets into the madness. Shaq does it too. They talk so bad about these young men. Now, Shaq and Barkley body shamed Zion Williamson about his weight. Now, if they would have body shamed a woman, let's be honest now, people would have been on their beam. Like my daughter Mackenzie said, been on their beam. But no, since he body shamed a black man, a young black man that looked up to them, I'm sure. Because he gained some weight because he's hurt. He's already thick. He's a thick dude. So if he hurt his foot and he's already thick, he's going to gain weight, because if you hurt your foot, your ass ain't running or doing no cardio. It's so frustrating, man, because what can you do? They own the national platforms. I watch sports because that's my job to talk about it. The Doc Holliday show, I don't get paid for that. I'm doing that, hoping that it pays off. But my main goal is to shine a black light on some of our great accomplishments. The goal of that show is to share some of our history that you ain't gonna see on regular media that you don't know about, all the things that we've invented, all the great things black men have done, all the great things black women have done. Because y'all know before sports, we were inventing things. We were engineers. We were all kinds of things. But when sports started, they got us focusing on sports now. Our young people focusing on sports and not focusing on what we're inherently great at, which is inventing and creating things and being geniuses. But they tell us we not. But I just say, man, we keep watching these and we think we say it's entertaining what Charles Barkley says. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. It ain't funny. I work for the Ku Klux Klan if they pay me enough. And he has proven that how much he hates black people and black men specifically since he's been on the air, and we just laugh at him. We laugh, he's funny. That's good old jolly Chuck. When Chuck don't like you, black man, black woman, Chuck don't like you. He don't like us. And Stephen A. Smith can say, my brother Kyrie, he banged out on, he left Kevin Durant hanging, and if it was me, if he was in the street, I'm fighting with you. We roll together. No, really? So you roll with Clarence Big House Gaines? When he had you on scholarship playing basketball for him, but you turned on him, the inside information you saw about his physical and mental state, so you wrote it in the newspaper, he should retire. A black man that brought you in and gave you a scholarship and gave you a chance to go to school to get the degree that you got now talking on TV. You turned on him. But you want to talk about somebody betraying somebody. You want to talk about somebody being a sucker and only about themselves. That's you, my boy. That's you, my boy. Yeah, my platform is small, but if this gets shared, it'll be big. That's you, my boy. Y'all hypocrites, man. Stephen A. Smith, Shaq, Shannon Sharp, Jason Whitlock. Who am I missing, man? Somebody help. Y'all hypocrites, bro. Y'all hypocrites. And I got to give it to Molly. Molly said, hold on, man. You talking about Ben Simmons just because he liked to dress nice? She said that to Jay Williams. Hypocrites, man. So if y'all can get on national TV talking, yapping, and yelling and talking about rah, like y'all scaring people, I can get on my platform and talk about y'all ass. Because y'all hypocrites. Y'all ain't trying to uplift them. You can criticize somebody's basketball and football playing during the game, but when you start calling them weak, Shaq, he punked out. When you Shaq, you just said a couple of months ago that Ben Simmons texted you privately and told you what he has going on. And you said, I'm gonna back up off the young fella. Now you come back and say he punked out. If his back hurting, his back hurting, bro. Y'all mad at it. And Stephen A. Smith, you currently talking about these players' money. Why are you jealous of that? Cause you get paid your $9 million, or correct me, is it 12? You pay, and you working from morning up to morning up. You can't say your throat hurting and they still pay you. Because if you could, you would. My throat hurt. And you still get paid. Hypocrites, man. So people ain't gotta agree with me. That ain't why I made this. And say what you want to say. I'm saying it because the Most High put it on my heart. And I'm all about the uplift of the black man, black woman, black teen, black child, black royalty, the magically melanated tits, because somebody has to say something positive about us. It ain't nothing wrong with us pulling for one another. Ain't nothing wrong with uplifting one another. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Because we need it. Our kids need it. The rest of the world got the rest of the world uplifting and helping them. Us, no. But they give some of us a little trinkets so they can forget about the rest of us. Check out the movie Trick Baby. Check out that clip. They talk about it. How to divide the Negroes. They talk about it. But it's disgusting, some of the things that, and these dudes are smart, man. These dudes are smart. Except for Barkley, he ain't smart. But just because they do some things for the black community, you can't ignore it. All the horrible and damaging things they say about black men and black people on national television. And people laugh it off as it's entertainment. Because the other people don't have to say nothing about us anymore public, because we do it. So I'm all about uplifting us. But us that don't want to uplift us, I got to call you out. Open rebuke is better than secret love. That's what my ancestor Solomon wrote in Proverbs. So consider this an open rebuke. You ain't got to listen. But if y'all can get on national TV and talk bad about us, I can talk bad about you. Partner, dudes, y'all dudes. Coney Tunes.